Hi!
We're
Flamingo. Welcome to the first episode of
BIRDCASTING.
So why are we doing this? So why are we doing this birdcasting thing, guys? Sagot.
Because we have no gigs.
Doon tayo sa totoo. Wala tayong gig. So wala tayong interaction apart from chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So might as well make it something more meaningful and lucrative
For our
by
YouTube
posting it on
subscribers.
YouTube.
YouTube.
Yay.
Yay! So, ayun, no? Since wala ngang gigs, in lieu of gigs, we will just post a lot of videos, including this birdcasting, so that, we fill the void. It's a void. It's a big void.
It's a big void.
Yes, so I guess this first episode can be us introducing ourselves to Madlang YouTube kasi, yeah. Go ahead, guys.
Hi, I'm Pappu de Leon. I play guitar.
Hi, I'm Howard. I sing and I play guitar.
Go, Pat.
I'm Pat. I play the drums.
Hello, Billie, bass. So we're a band. We're called O Flamingo. That's why it's birdcasting, because flamingos are birds. And we also have another series in this channel called Bird Watching, kasi watch the birds. Kami yung bird. Okay. So, I guess this episode will talk about why we are O Flamingo and why we got in this thing in the first place, right? So, tell us about your music life, guys. How did you get into music anyway? This is something that I never really talked to you guys about. So, yeah, it would be interesting to know about it. Who wants to start?
Kanina tayo magsa-start.
Kahit sino, guys. Hindi siya round robin.
Unang magbiblink.
Youngest first.
Oo nga, youngest to oldest.
Oh my God. Sige. Why did I get into music? Well, yung tatay ko ay nagbabanda in his youth. And then yung nanay ko ay member ng choir. So I was always really surrounded by music. And yeah, naalala ko kapag may gatherings yung family namin, nagsiset up sila ng, as in drums, bass, guitar. Pero wala akong masyadong pake nung bata ako. Until naging uso na in my TV, yung MTV and Mix. So, I got into music when Hale, Sponge Cola, and actually, before that pa, ang una kong biniling record thing ay Mr. Suave. So, inaral ko yung Yes Yes show with my groupmate in school. Tapos ni-rap namin for a talent something. So,
Inaral ko rin yung
Uy.
Mr. Suave sa gitara.
Hindi, at saka yung Yes Yes show. Uso talaga siya sa talent show sa school.
Oo.
Nangyari din sa amin
Diba?
yun, talent show. Talent show piece siya for some reason.
Naalala ko like magkasabay yata sila ng Itsumo. Basta hindi ko alam kung before or after.
Parang
Yun,
magkasabay.
favorite ko yun din. Yun. Tapos after nun, ayun, naging uso MTV and Mix. Tapos may Hale. First CD ko, Green Day. And then, nagkakaroon na rin ng Battle of the Band sa school. And then, nirevisit ko yung ginagawa ng tatay ko at yung mga kaibigan niya. Tapos parang, yun pala yun. Yan.
So,
That's how it started.
how was it like being surrounded by music all the time? Was it like inviting? Kasi di ba sabi mo hindi ka nag-start until late into your grade school life. So, parang hindi ba siya like enticing to join them pag nag-hangout sila nila tito?
Definitely. I think nakikita ko na nag-enjoy talaga sila lagi. Kasi yun yung bonding nila eh. And then may hilig kumanta yung nanay ko. Nagpupunta siya sa simbahan to sing. So parang music was always something that people did. Pero mas interested lang ako nung bata ako sa video games. Kasi may Sega ako, may family computer ako, may PlayStation. So, mas yun yung nag-catch ng attention ko. Until siguro pag nag-puberty ka na, parang mas naging emotional kayo. So, parang naghahanap ka ng ibang outlet.
Yes.
Naghahanap ka ng ibang outlet for that.
Right.
Yun yung tinatawag nating
Siguro dun
emo.
din. Yung tinawag nating emo. Yes, panahon natin yun.
Anong kasabay din nun yung Senti? Sa ibang target
MIMP,
market.
sobrang sikat ng MIMP nun. Saka Rockoustic.
Acoustic.
Acoustic Senti. Tapos naging bossa nova siya.
Nyoy Volante with Manos.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Nina Live. Paolo Santos.
So yun, I think nung natuto na ako ng high school and college, nakasabay ko na yung mga tito ko at yung tatay ko sa mga jams. Like, mahilig na rin ako sa Beatles, ganun. So nag full circle lang siya eventually.
Gets.
That's my music story.
Saya. At least you had people to perform with. I think it's sobrang opposite siya for me in growing up. Like, we had a piano just there. Pero sira-sira na siyang piano. Kasi nga, luma na siya. Sa lola ko siya from way, way back. Tapos, as in, sira-sira na siya. Pero, tinatry ko pa rin manghula ng songs with it. So, I guess that's my first introduction to music. That piano that was just there. Tapos, they enrolled me in piano lessons. Pero yung teacher ko, sobrang matandang masamang tao. Hinahampas yung kamay ko.
Kailangan, required yun.
Required.
Para
I had
a
maging
teacher
piano
about that
teacher,
also.
kailangan
Talaga?
masungit na matanda.
Do you remember
Diba?
her name?
No pero she was super old. Mga siguro 80 years old na siya that time.
Oh,
That's what I
damn.
remember. As in,
Probably
sobrang
dead
tanda.
then.
Okay, rest in peace.
Rest in peace. But, yeah. Grabe yun, natakot ako. Kaya sabi ko, no more music lessons. Ayoko na mahampas sa kamay. But yeah.
It was a scary thing.
Tapos, yun, nagpapiano ako sa bahay. And then, my dad has a lot of weird music tastes. As in, nakikinig siya from parokya ni Edgar. As in, may one time niloop niya yung, ano yung kanta yan? Wag mo na sana akong pahirap.
Huwag mo na sana.
Yun. Play na yun, nakaloop one time sa bahay ng sobrang tagal. Tapos nakalock yung laptop. Tapos di ko alam yung password niya. Tapos nakastuck lang yung song na yun for a long time. Tapos umaabot siya sa mga smooth jazz kind of things to classical music. So it's a lot of stuff. So I guess that's what also made me open to more kinds of music. But in terms of like having people to play music with, that's what I didn't have. Kasi sa bahay namin yung yung magkapatid parang, yuck, don't do that. That's my thing. And that's my brother. He was like that
Grabe,
before.
may ownership talaga.
Oh, ganun talaga yung ibang magkakapatid. Bakit mo ba ako kinokopya pag ginagamit yung gitara niya? So parang patago kong ginagamit yung stuff niya. So hindi ako masyadong musician back then. Tas yun, growing up parang I tried doing it more, but like hindi uso sa girls' schools mag-music. It was more of dance in high school. Yung mga ang tawag doon? Hip-hop.
Crumping.
Crumping. Ganyan. Yung mga gumaganon-ganon. Yung mga nag-gumaganon. Yun yung uso
Tapos
din.
naka-remix yung audio nila.
At saka naka-supra yung sapatos. Alam niyo yung supra? Yung
Damn.
sobrang malalaki yung dila na sapatos. Yun. Uso. Uso yun dati sa amin, supra. So, hindi ako nag-fit in. Parang 5 lang kami nag-music sa batch namin. Tapos parang, I tried so hard to do
So
it.
wala ka nung parang early exposure of doing band things? Like high school, grade school, walang ganong opportunity?
No, I had to go to Ateneo people to expose me more to band music. As in, excited ako dati pag school fair kasi dumadating na lahat ng musicians talaga na high school. Nag-audition sila. Pero yung mag-audition from our school mismo, parang isang group lang. Tapos like
So yung mga Ateneo guys talaga, yung una mong nakita na nagbaband.
more Southridge also. Southridge, Ateneo, Lasal. So lahat sila boys. No girls. I don't know. It's not a thing for girls for some reason. So yeah, that's my story. So it was in college where I really like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do music. Bahala kayo dyan. Yeah. Kayo, Pappu, di ba sa school nyo parang sobrang encouraged
May band club kayo, no?
Yeah, actually, I guess, hindi ko pinili magbanda. Or hindi ko pinili yung banda life. Parang yung banda life yung pumili sa akin. Wow. In the sense na like,
Life chose
hindi
me.
ko hindi ko naman sinet up yung sarili ko like training wise to be a musician talaga, like ibang landas yung tinahak ko sa pag-aaral, pero nandyan yung opportunity kasi to make music. So napadpad ako dito. Lumaki ako na walang music sa bahay. Although parang kila Billie, we also had a piano. Walang gumagamit. And then parang isang beses na lang nag-decide yung mom ko na pasalubungan ako ng gitara mula sa Cebu. Siguro naisip, I think I was like 8 back then. Tapos, yun, nag-uwi lang siya. Parang malay ko, like, hindi ko siya hiningi or anything. Wala akong kakilalang nagigitara. Tapos parang, okay, ito,
Baka
gitara.
nakita niya sa daan, Pappu. Di ba ang dami naglalako doon sa daan sa Cebu?
Oo, most likely, as a Cebu thing, baka nga, like, okay, pasalubong sa anak ko or something. So yun yung parang entry ko. And then, naalala ko, nag-try pa siyang kumuha ng teacher, pero diniditch ko yung teacher. Ano yun, isipin mo anong tawag doon? Bumibisita yung teacher sa bahay, pero diniditch ko pa rin siya. So, parang,
Ano ginagawa mo? Nagpe-pretend ka na tulog ka. Ganun.
parang hahanap ako ng every possible reason. Tapos nag-end up yung ate ko yung mas nakikinig dun sa teacher. So parang I guess siya yung nag-benefit from it. Paano ba yun? I'd say properly lang ako natuto mag-gitara nung grade 7 na ako. Kasi meron ng music class. So parang, okay, music class, mag-aaral akong gitara, parang ganun. So doon na ako, at saka may internet na rin nun. So doon na ako nagka-opportunity, alam mo yun, matuto paano magbasa ng tabs. Tabs is life. Yung
Ultimate guitar.
siya more of parang, naalala ko nun, pinagpaguran ko yung intro ng Mr. Suave for, basta sobrang tagal. Di ko, syempre, parang ang motivation ko nun ay flex. Para i-flex ko to sa mga
Na kaya mo gawin.
parang kaya ko to Mr. Suave. Pero intro lang. Yung intro lang.
Parang uso ngayon nung high school, may isang lick. I mean, I guess in boys school, kasi sila Enzo din daw before. Enzo, my boyfriend, then in their school before, meron silang song na laging pinapatugtog. Partisan daw by Sponge Cola.
Sponge Cola.
As in, yung intro daw nun,
yeah.
lahat, yung buong batch nila sa claret, yun daw pinapatugtog sa gitara. So, cool ka kapag kaya mo siya. I guess it's a boy
Yung
thing.
sa amin, Anti-Gravity by Incubus.
So, siya.
Wow.
Yun yung parang
Yung sa
marker
amin, To Be With
na
You.
magaling.
To be with you.
Magaling ka.
May
Padalan
solo
To Be
part
With
yung
You.
To Be With You eh. Yung tapos may harmonics siya. So parang may exhibition part siya na ilalagay mo yung kamay mo over the neck kapag mag-harmonics.
Kaya mo
Ginagawa
bang
niya
gawin
ng
yun?
pinsan ko eh. Oo, kaya ko na siya gawin. Tinuturo siya sa akin ng pinsan ko early on. Tapos parang, wow! Skills!
Kills that kills.
Ay, siguro when you're young, you really wanna, para siyang nagpa-parkour. Kailangan meron kang skills.
Yeah.
May special tricks.
Parang I guess yun yung nagpo-pull sa'yo into the instrument na parang yung pagiging cool of it.
Gets.
Totoo naman
Pag-exhibit
yun.
nung talent na yun.
Gets.
Or like gusto mo lang siya matry.
Naalala ko yung isa sa main hurdles ko of learning guitar. Sige, nakuha ko yung gitara ko grade 2, 8 years old ako. Parang sineryoso ko na lang siya grade 7 na ako. Kasi hindi ko magawa yung bar chords.
Yes.
Parang,
Ay, shit.
Yes.
Wala na. Like,
Tinikan ko yan.
kunyari, titingnan ko yung mga song hits, tas parang, nako, may F, wala na.
Oh, na,
Hindi ko na to,
pass.
wala na, parang pass.
Oh my God,
Pero
pareho tayo.
nung naturuan ako, nung classmate ko paano mag-bar chord, sabi niya, ganito yung trick, medyo ipatong mo malapit dun sa fret kapag hindi mo pa kayang pindutin kasi mas madali. Tapos parang ako, wow! Tapos mula nun parang, okay, unstoppable na ako. Like, inaral ko na siya ng inaral talaga.
Galing. Buti may nagturo
Kaya
sa'yo
pinalala
nun.
ko, yeah.
Buti.
True.
Tapos
Skill.
yung parang naging next hurdle ay parang paano ba ginagawa ng mga tao yung solo? Iniisip lang ba nila yon? Or meron ba silang sinusundan? Tapos buti na lang merong internet. Tapos parang dun ko nalaman na, oh wow, meron pala tayong scales.
Pwede mo siya i-memorize.
Oo, yun pala yung ginagamit. Tapos parang, oh, ito pala yun, no? Pentatonic scale. Tapos yun na, from there parang, pentatonic scale lang pala eh. Alamin mo lang pala yung key, tapos pentatonic scale lang forever.
Di ba,
eh.
Pappu, nakinig ka rin ng Joe sa Triana?
Yes,
Yung mga
yes,
G3.
yes.
Ako din.
Oo.
Tapos, iniisip ko rin na parang, paano nila na-memorize yun? Ang haba-haba na nagigitara lang sila.
Shredders. Sa drums,
Actually,
Pat.
Ang laking bagay nun, yung sa G3, parang isa siya sa mga eye-opening moments ko. Plinay in class yung G3 1996. Si Josat, Eric
Steve
Johnson, Steve Vai.
Yeah,
Parang
same.
dun ako first time ever nakanood ng what? Like, nagigitara lang sila. Tapos, hindi ko yun, wala akong konsepto ng ganun noon na instrumental guitar. And I think high school na ako nun. So,
Tapos may
parang,
kanya-kanya silang styles.
oo. Nung narinig ko yung Whammy Bar, parang ako, what? Ano yan? Anong ginagawa nila? Tapos parang, wow.
Ang galing eh.
Ang galing.
Si Steve Vai shredder, tapos si Eric Johnson parang soft na blues.
Oo.
Yeah,
So,
I think
grabe.
Eric Johnson was my introduction rin into virtuosic guitar players.
Ang ganda, virtuosic. Yun nga yun.
Yeah.
Pero like, ang laking factor nung skill sharing in high school to get you into it, or like yung kung anong pinapakinggan ng friends mo, yun din papakinggan mo. 'Di ba? Doon ka rin matututo.
Yeah.
So sobrang lucky mo, Pappu, na pinatugtog sila Steve Vai in your class,
Yes.
kasi otherwise you would have ended up like me na puro Rihanna. I mean, Riri's Queen, but
Na magagamit mo rin eventually.
yeah, Riri's Queen, but it wasn't like related to my instrument of choice. Sa'yo, Pat, did you have that kind of...
Yeah, I mean, now that you guys are sharing na everything started at home, parang now that I think back on it, a lot of my interest in music also started at home. So yung mom ko, she's like super active in the church, so she sings in the choir. And then yung kuya ko din, he sings in the choir. And they both sing like Broadway and opera. And I mean, it's nothing I was interested in as a kid because I thought it was weird and old. And like, yeah, I mean, it's just like a bunch
Too
of
formal.
like, old people in your house singing like super loudly. So, but then I would always be there. Parang, I was away from them, but I was there. Like, you know, like I'd hide behind a wall, the other wall, and then parang ganon. So nakikinig
Yeah.
ako sa kanila. So, I mean, I guess I did grow up with music in the house, just a different kind. And then, I, like most Asian children, I guess, I learned how to play the piano when I was 7. And until I was like 10. But then I quit because I had this horrible, I mean, it's a classic story of the horrible piano teacher. Like, she would like press my fingers like that, and like it hurt. And then like this one time, I guess now that I'm older, I realized she was just trying to make more money off of me as her student. So she was forcing me to take voice lessons as well.
Wow.
And that's
business
when
minded.
I was
Grabe,
that's just
piniforce ka.
when I was just like, I had to like, I remember being so scared to tell my mom like, you know, fuck this, I don't want to learn with her. She's like forcing me to sing and shit. So like, so yun, I stopped playing the piano. And then there was this gap of like from grade 4 hanggang grade 7 na parang I still kind of really missed playing an instrument. And I had totally forgotten how to play the piano already. Like, nothing stuck. Like, I think I was pretty good for a kid, but then I didn't really, like, learn it. Like, I just basically like memorized something for a while, then nakalimutan ko na siya. Like, di ko na internalize. But when I started listening to, let's say, like, rock music and like grade 6 ako noon, like NU 107 before I go to school and stuff. So like the drums was like super fast. Like I heard it so clearly and parang na-gets ko yung ano yung ginagawa, like ano yung nangyayari. So I felt drawn to that. Then I did it lang nung summer vacation, like nag-lessons lang ako. Then wala pa akong drums noon. I think second year pa ako nagka-drums kasi hindi convinced yung parents ko na seryoso ako dito sa thing na to. But then when ever since a kid, I wanted to become a musician. I think I was quite sure of that. Like I didn't see myself wanting to do anything else. Like grade 3 ako, it's like, oh, I want to be like a radio DJ, or I want to be like a musician. I wanted to be a guitarist because it's cool, but yeah, and I loved hands-on and I don't know. Anyway, parang and like I thought like, oh, they're like young band, I can do that too. Like so yun. Then the usual story, like I just tried to play everywhere I could. I even pretended to be a Catholic to join like the church band and stuff. And like
First time ko makarinig ng ganun.
Buti may church band.
yeah. Kasi sa
Nandun ka lang
village
for the
namin.
music.
Yeah, like I mean, I was like, ooh, I can expand like my learning here by playing things that are not bad hill songs. Like whatever, it's pop rock. And then it's like, oh, I can do this. I'm just hanging out with a lot of really devout and devoted Catholics, which was also nice. Like, I mean, I learned a lot from them. They're still my friends.
The church supports music and
Yeah.
And nag-gitara din ako for church.
yeah, nag-choir din ako eh.
Never ako umabot dun sa banda nung church group ko. Pero yun yung goal ko talaga. Pero never ako umabot pa. Nag-quit na ako nung church group bago ako umabot nung band. Pero galing, Pat. Hindi.
That's it. Yeah.
It's so cool na ang concern ng parents mo ay if you're serious about the drums and not the volume. Because I asked my parents for drums.
No, that was a problem too. I mean, I think I asked my dad to get it for me for like my birthday. I think I was like 13 or 14. And then so we just bought like something like cheap. And then, but I was so excited. And then I just wanted it because it was silver. Like I didn't even know if it sounded good or what. But then, and then I got home. I was playing it. Then my mom comes home from work and she like slams the door open. And then she's like, "What the fuck?" And then she like I hear her and my dad shouting at each other in their own bedroom. And maybe that's where I carry a lot of guilt for being an artist. I'm just kidding. But
Bakit mo siya binilhan?
yeah, he did it behind. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what she said.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I started on my long journey of questioning myself and having a lot of self-doubt as a musician.
Pero paano nag-come to terms yung mom mo with it? Na nandyan na yung drums? Oh well.
Yeah, I mean, wala.
Nagka-rules ba sa house? Parang
Actually,
bawal mag-play ganitong time.
Yeah, of
Sundays,
course.
bawal.
Yeah, may restrictions na lang.
When they're at home, bawal talaga. Like, I don't even try. And then, just to avoid drama, And then, I guess, in a way, in hindsight, it's a good thing because I really had to do something about it and not, like, fuck around with it. I had to be serious about it because that's the only way they would let me do it if they maybe heard that if they could hear and see na I was improving or parang weird. Like, it's very Asian thing.
Sobrang Asian thing.
Nag-away
Parang
sila
had to
for
do
me.
it.
Kailangan kong galingan.
Kailangan marinig din.
Something like that.
Artist ako.
Ang ganda.
Yeah, and I grew up with a lot of motivation na wanting to prove them wrong, and stuff like that. So, to show them like, no, like I love this, like I'm not like just whatever.
Hindi ka lang nag-iingay.
Yeah, and like I swear, like outside of the house, like I'm a real artist. Like I'm not playing in weird bars and like
But
stuff
were you
like that.
playing in weird bars?
Maybe sometimes I do play in weird bars.
Kasi that time was like
You
the age.
inevitably do.
Diba that was the time that every bar had a pay to play kind of
Weird
thing.
vibe.
Yung
Yeah.
magbabayad ka ng ticket sales.
Kailangan mo
maka-
makabenta ng tickets para makatugtog.
Explain natin kay Howard, no? Kasi sa Lipa,
Okay, sige.
hindi ata uso sa Lipa yun.
Walang bar culture sa amin nung time na yun.
Sige.
So how we na Tagalipa, ganito yan, sa Manila, dati, when you had a band, para makasali ka sa lineup ng gig, kailangan mong bumili ng...
Mga 20 band lineup.
Oo, ganun karami. So, bibili ka ng mga 20 tickets worth. It's considered sold na siya. Tapos, yun yung entry mo to the lineup. Tapos, kailangan mo siya ibenta
kapag
para...
nakabenta ka ng ticket.
Actually, hindi. Considered sold na siya.
Parang
Alright.
kailangan... Oo.
Ipipay off mo yung investment mo.
Oo.
Yes.
So, usually, mga nanonood, kamag-anak, or
So, saan
kaibigan.
nyo nabalitaan na gano'n yung sistema nung time na yun? Hindi pa kayo...
Sa Maynila kasi.
Well, for me, siguro, paano ba? I found that out. May senior ako. Fourth year, third year high school siya. Tapos may boyfriend siya na may prod daw na may ganon. Tapos, tara, play ka for us. Tapos jam tayo. Sabi ko, okay. Basta shell out ka lang ng ganitong amount of money. Sabi ko, bakit ganon? So, ginawa ko naman. Experience lang. Yun.
Same, nabalitaan ko lang din yung culture dun sa mga
High school.
mga mas matatanda sa amin na nagbabanda talaga. Tapos, syempre, makakwento nila na, nagpa-line up. Yun yung
Nagpa-line up,
nagpa-line
yes.
kami.
Yun talaga yung galawan.
Nagpa-line up kami dun sa
Center for Arts.
sa kung saan mang bar. Tapos,
Nagpalay na.
ano siya, I think siya yung culture na thankful ako na nawala kasi ang hassle. Hindi ko ma-imagine, kunyari right now, kung ganun pa rin sa atin na pay to play, 20 band line up sa isang bar, start kayo alas 10 tapos kayo 6 a.m. Alam
Oh
mo
my
yun?
God.
Yeah.
Actually, naabutan ko pa rin yung 20 band lineup. Pero as an audience member, hindi rin siya masaya
Parang
eh.
mas nakakapagod pa yun, yung audience member ka, tapos you're just waiting for your friend's band. Tapos number 17 sila.
Ilang songs?
Parang 3 yung usual dati.
3 songs.
Yeah.
Yun na yun.
Yeah. Kasi nung dumating ako Manila, uso na yung prods. Tapos napapanood ko na yung mga org sa UP, yung underground, music circle, nagpapa-event. And then, yung mga first gigs ko dahil lang sa music circle. Yeah.
Oo.
Walang pay to
I think music circle noon, mga
Chika na
10
lang.
band line up dati pag nagla-line up.
Oo.
Tapos na,
Yun.
Sobrang late matapos.
Late na yun. Dati 20 yung tumutugtog. May araw na may tumutugtog pa rin. Diba? Tapos wala na nanonood. Pero tutugtog
tsaka
ka pa
yung
rin.
makikipagpalit ng schedule.
Oh my God.
Kasi may work pa ako. May work pa kaya kailangan ng tumugtog or parang yung misis ko mga anak ulit. So, makikipagpalit sila. Kailangan na daw tumugtog. Tapos parang wala, hindi ka rin naman hihindi. Parang, okay, sige.
Oh well, wala namang ipupuntahan. 16 years old lang kami. Wala kaming asawa at anak. Yun.
I think yung cool nung time na yun when I got to UP na the way I heard of gigs was nakikita ko sa mga corkboard yung mga poster ng event. Parang doon ko lang siya nakikita. Hindi pa sa Facebook. Na, yeah.
Hindi nga uso dati yung mga
Interesting.
Facebook post, no? But was it the same in Benilde Pat? Kasi in UP talagang may mga posters and flyers and whatever back then.
Naman. Yeah, meron namang mga flyers and shit. Pero, I mean, maybe not physical. maybe poster sa CAF lang, ganon. Pero may Facebook na rin nun eh. Pero walang event. Parang status lang siya.
Pa-announce mo lang.
Yeah. Nagpa-prod din ako nung college ako eh. Like, sa CSB.
Papaline up ka din.
Yeah. Pero like,
Saan kayo?
CSB
Saan
band.
bar in Manila?
Actually, wala kaming... Al's Bar sa BF.
Al's Bar.
So.
We also did two actually events na andun kami, nag-set up lang kami ng parang medyo guerrilla style sa labas ng mini stop sa CSB. Nagpag-gig kami doon. Tapos yung lahat ng extension cord naka-plug in sa loob ng mini stop sa electric fan. Nakiusap lang kami dun sa ate kasi I don't know, like she was nice and we're cool with her and her name was Jenny, I
Buti
think.
di siya nawala ng
Siya ba yung
trabaho.
manager? Manager ba siya?
No,
Or
she was just the cashier lady, but then she was like, I don't know, we'd like, because we hang out there every day, so we just talked to her
Sabagay,
and
student
stuff.
hub talaga.
Tapos parang nakiusap lang kami na, hey, gonna plug in something here. Pero like yung buong...
Boom! Setup.
Tapos may lights pa kami. Anyway, it was fun.
Tatlong
Like,
amp gano'n.
yeah, mayonnaise
Ran by a
played.
fan.
Dami, mga CSB bands. Ambassadors.
Ang
yung
saya.
band dati.
Ang
Sonic
saya.
Boom. It was fun, and then everyone was like getting fucked up and like mosh pitting outside mini stop.
Sa mini
I did, yeah. I did that with Jorge pala. Jorge Miniki.
Similar objects.
Similar objects.
Yeah.
Saya.
Pero hindi kayo nagka-problema sa mga police, ganon? Like, permit.
I think as long as we weren't on the street, so it was kind of cool because it made the whole thing look more packed because everyone was trying to stay within the... Because now we weren't blocking the traffic.
So, you were near the tables and or sa labas ng sa labas
Sa labas
door.
ng mini stop, there was like, kasi
Tapos may
may
mga
parking
basura.
ano siya, na three
Which mini stop?
slots.
Yung katabi
Wala na
ng
siya
binil.
dun eh. Yeah, beside the arts building. Eh kami yung first batch dun sa arts building, right? So parang kami na nag-claim ng turf namin. Like, this is our turf, mini stop, music prod, gano'n.
Ang ganda. Sa kalye talaga kayo nag-prod.
Yeah.
And naging thing siya, di ba? Parang
Yung
naging
mini-stop gigs.
tambayan place talaga ng music prod peeps.
Oh yeah,
yung
yeah, for sure.
mini
Made a lot of
Ang saya.
friends
Kaya
there.
pala, yung mini stop I think talaga, like nung nagkaroon tayo ng Minecraft launch, may mini stop talaga na nandun.
Yeah.
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 Historical
iconic.
yun.
It was iconic. Yeah.
Grabe, ang cool naman yung inyo. Yung amin kasi parang nung college.
Wala.
Sa Freedom Bar.
Tumutugtog tayo sa dorm.
Ayaw nga.
What we used to do kasi Pat, pag nag-a-apply ka dun sa music circle, kailangan mo gumawa ng prod sa loob ng dorm. As in, yung audience mo, yung mga dormers na ayaw manood. As in,
Co-ed
Nag-aaral
dorm?
silang lahat.
yeah, may ibang co-ed dorm, may ibang boys dorm,
May
girls
mga-
dorm only.
Okay. Maraming dorm.
Yeah, tapos,
in campus.
Yeah.
you form bands with people you don't know, and then you're just forced to play a whole set. And then you all kind of
Then
suck.
after you play, sisigawan ka ng mga members.
Bakit hindi maganda tunog nyo? Kahit na we know they don't sound good because they're just using like amps this big.
Practice amp, 10 watts.
Tapos,
Pero
Tapos
wait,
parang 2-week period
do you
siya.
think may question lang ako. Because like,
Yeah.
sa UP, like kunyari sa CSB, naturally nag-gravitate yung people towards each other, right? And then magpo-form sila ng band. But in UP, it's just like slim pickings. Or not necessarily slim pickings, but parang, oh no, ito lang yung bala ko. Like, I have to do something with it. Parang ganon. So,
I think the school's
parang-
just way too big to find people. So I don't know how.
But does that contribute to like a UP sound? Like the randomness of it? You think? Like a UP? Kasi sometimes when you hear a young band, you're like, oh, parang character trait yung parang, oh yeah, they're from UP. Parang ganun.
Tunog
So parang
CSB, ganun.
tunog UP. Parang
May
ganun.
genre na uso, ganun.
Baka
Yeah, I wonder
ano.
if the randomness ng MC members, ganun.
Yeah.
Then, wala kang choice. Ganun.
UP sound. Well, I guess so. Kasi you're all, I guess because UP Music Circle and UP Underground, you're always together. So I guess since you share the same music
Yeah.
with each other, you tend to like play like each
You
other.
pass on the no, the genre.
Kasi
Pero
sa
yeah.
CSP, puro pakule, alam mo yun?
What does that mean?
Ang dami puro alam mo yung electronic na may halong banda, parang ganun yung CSB sound.
Hindi uso sa amin
diba?
yung electronic nung time na yun.
Back
Wala.
then. I think it was just in
Yeah.
2016 or something when the electronic
Yeah.
kids came out.
Hindi pa uso Ableton Crack.
Oo nga.
Ano tayo, rock lang. Banda-banda lang. Acoustic guitar habang naglalakad sa oval.
Yeah. But I guess
Walang case.
walang case.
May dala ka lang palagi na acoustic
Strum
guitar.
lang.
Hindi ko talaga makakalimutan yung dorm thing kasi apparently everybody in the UP dorms hated us. As in UP Music Circle
Oo
in
nga eh.
general. They hated us.
Yeah.
Pero may
Hated
mga
us
unti-unting napupull
As in,
in.
O
I was one of
Flamingo?
them.
or hated
The org.
another band.
Kasi
The org for doing the dorm.
we forced ourselves in the dorms. So while they were studying,
Everyone hated the music circle.
when we do the dorm things, because we just make noise.
Yeah.
Pero,
Siguro,
unwanted
meron lang
noise.
1% like si Howard na success
Yeah.
story ng pag-dorm tour
Yeah.
ng music circle.
Nasa dorm room ako, tas may parang music clinic dun sa lobby. Tas narinig ko na may nagbe-bass.
Mm.
Tas yun, chinek out ko. Tas may mga older college students lang na nakatambay na may nagtuturo mag-bass na may PowerPoint. Tas parang, wow, cool. Tas may nakita akong person from my college sa Fine Arts na nakikita ko. So, parang I mustered up the courage to ask. Parang, pwede ba sumali?
Ang ganda.
That's how it started.
yes. Buti sumali ka. Kasi kung hindi ka sumali, wala yung band.
Hindi ko alam kung saan ako napunta.
Buti nag-dorm ka.
Oo nga, buti nag-dorm ka.
Buti nag-dorm ka, kundi uuwi ka ng lipa every day.
every day.
Yeah.
Isang bus na pa every
Si
day.
Billie kasabay ko mag-audition sa org na yun. Like, we were there on the same... Magkatabi kami sa line.
Hindi kita napansin. Masyado kang
Wala.
payat.
Non-existent.
Masyado kang payat at maliit.
Tapos, si Pappu nandun din. Nandun ka ba, Pappu, sa
Yes,
audition?
nandun
ko?
ako sa audition mo. Naalala ko yung
God.
tinugtog mo. Parang nag-stray cat strut ka at some point dun sa kanyang... Meron siyang parang
Na may
solo
Jimi Hendrix.
na hinalo-halo niya lahat.
Hinanda mo ba yun? As in, prepare mo ba
Pang-talent
yun?
show,
Pang talent show.
Parang
Yun
mash
yung-
up.
Yun yung mga alam ko na guitar riffs na parang pwede ko i-show
Show off.
sa audition.
Hindi show.
Tapos parang
Show
pinlay ko
off.
na show off. Tapos pinlay ko na lang siya na sunod-sunod. Tapos yung
I
isang
wanna
guy.
hear. So,
Sige, I will pick it up.
parang kunyari,
Tapos,
magbo-blues ka ng ding ding ding
hindi ko na
ding,
maalala
ding.
yung Stray Cats. Pero yung pinlay ko ay yung Stray Cats and parang Black Dog ng Led Zeppelin. Tsaka Jimi Hendrix. Tapos
Tsaka
yung
Sweet Child.
nag-audition sa akin na guitarist, siya yung Jimi Hendrix guy ng org namin.
Oh,
Tapos sabi
shit.
niya sa akin, after ko i-play, tanga na mo, ako lang nag-Jimi Hendrix dito. Ayoko sa'yo.
Ganun talaga siya.
Yeah.
I know this
now.
person.
Ngayon, nagbebenta na siya ng karne.
He eats his strings. I mean,
Yeah, I had a classmate
ginagawa
who did
niya.
that in high school. He was a huge...
Tapos kamukha niya si Armo.
Oo. Nga, medyo. There's always that one guy naman in your batch na shredder. Si Master Shredder.
Oh.
Tapos, yun, every trick you can pull out, like, yun nga, eating the strings, or meron siyang drill.
May drill?
Or like...
I've never
diba?
seen that.
May ganun.
Paul Gilbert.
Yung drill. Tapos, Paul Gilbert shit. Yun lang. Pero, yung classmate ko in high school, super Paul Gilbert fan. Legit siya kasi back in high school, he was the number 5 Paul Gilbert top fan in China. Because
What?
he's Chinese.
In China? Bakit siya nasa China?
Yeah.
Quite the category there.
Because he's Chinese, so
Oh.
when Paul Gilbert goes to China, dun siya, kilala na siya ni Paul Gilbert. He has the same guitar in all the colors available, stuff like that.
Damn addict.
May rank talaga siya, no? Number 5.
Yeah, number 5 na, he said. He's proud of it.
I
I'm proud
must
of him.
be number 1.
Naging number 1 ba siya or talagang 5 lang? Hanggang 5
I
lang
hope
siya.
he's number 1 by now. It's been like 20 years.
He's still doing it?
Yeah, I follow him on Instagram. He plays in a hotel band in China. And
Galing.
He still has all his Paul Gilbert guitars.
Galing.
Pro.
You know, like in high school when you tell people, don't change, you know.
Siya yun.
Siya yun.
He really did not change.
Yeah, he didn't change. Yeah. I love the game. It's cool.
Galing. Rare yun yung hindi nag-change from high school.
Yeah, he didn't change.
Pero yeah, yun nga eh, buti talaga we joined that org, all of us. It was fate. But because if it wasn't for that, then we don't have Flamingo.
For sure. Actually,
Yeah.
hindi ko rin inisip na mag-music ako sa college. Inisip ko, paalis ng high school, parang, okay, sige, like, magiging bedroom guitarist na lang ako. As in, nagpabili na ako ng looper, yung jam man. Kasi inisip ko parang, never naman ako magbabanda eh. So, at least meron akong looper para makatugtog ako with myself. Pero,
Masarap na yun,
pagpasok ko
kahit
ng UP, nahanap ko lang din yung MC through, like, friends na mas matanda na members. Parang sabi na, ito, sali ka.
Yeah.
Parang, ayan. Okay din.
Ina-appreciate ko sa MC yung parang pinupush niya tayo minsan to jam with other people. I think yun yung isa sa biggest niya na cultivate sa akin na thing.
Yeah.
Sino yung ibang bands from UP na, you know, like, I mean, ourselves the Elves na
Tom
na
Machine.
same
Kabat.
Tom Machine.
Purple Chickens.
Kabatch
Hindi
niyo
natin
yun?
Hindi natin sila ka-batch hour.
Kabatch? Ay, sorry. Hindi pala kabatch. Akala ko tagay. Elves.
Elves
Medyo malayo
siguro,
yun.
sila
Tagal na
Mariah.
The Buildings.
Sila Mariah.
Oo.
Si Shirebound and Busking.
Oh, yeah.
Mostly
Friends of
UG
band.
bands,
Hindi.
actually.
Yeah,
Mas bata
mga
yung-
underground bands. Tom Machine. Si April.
Oh,
Oo.
yeah.
Lights in Transit.
Lights in Transit. Sun
I do
Manager.
remember that.
Yeah.
None from Music Circle.
Yeah.
Oh, wala.
Hindi tayo...
The Squibs.
Ay, The Squibs.
The Squibs.
Squibs,
ever
the
heard of
Squibs.
them?
Yes. Your band, Pappu,
Cohens ba?
Idiom.
UP ba yun?
No, I think they're
Sino?
The
Athenians.
Cohens.
Ay, si Knights of Rizal. Ay, hindi natin siya kabatch pala. Sorry.
Yun. So we met each other in UP Music Circle, and I don't think we were like friends. Like hindi tayo yung kasi Pappu had a band and Howard had a band and I had a band.
You had a band.
Yeah, but then I played bass because you guys were weird enough to try me playing bass for this
We
show.
sessioned for the etiquettes.
Yeah, I just wanted to play bass even if I didn't know how. And then you guys were like, okay, go. As in, I remember not...
Kasi straightforward naman.
No, it wasn't straightforward. I practiced those songs for
Actually, hindi pala, no?
for a month.
Oo nga,
For
no?
a month straight. Because I didn't know how to play bass.
It was a good first.
I was just pretending to play. I remember not telling Enzo about it. As in, I was hiding the fact
talaga?
that I was...
Hindi mo pala kinuwento.
I was shy. I was
But
like...
whose bass did you use?
Peebo. Our friend Peebo.
Ah.
So what
Peebo,
happened
PB.
was, so I told Howard or whatever, for some, I don't know why we did that. I told one of them that I want to
Forgot.
play bass. I borrowed Peebo's bass, but I was so ashamed of trying out bass for the first time. So I didn't tell Enzo about it. He only found out I was playing bass on the night itself, on the gig day itself.
Talaga.
Yeah.
So, hindi rin niya alam na may event kang pupuntahan.
No, I mean, it was an MC
Akala niya
event.
drums.
Hindi niya alam na tutugtog ako for any band.
Oh.
Tinago ko siya. I don't know why I was
a
shy.
bar gig?
Ano yun? MC event. Freedom Bar. MC Awards.
Okay.
I didn't...
Kayo na nun?
Yeah, I think we were just starting out.
Akala ko parang in-invite mo siya. Surprise!
Hindi naman.
Enzo, ano nga pala? Sama sa
May
Freedom
event
Bar
eh.
mamaya.
Basta yun, tumugtog ako
For
for
context, yeah.
etiquettes. Tapos nahiya ako kasi insecure pa ako.
Kinover
nun eh.
yata natin yung song ni na Pappu ng idioms and
Oo
dispositions.
nga.
naman. Or,
Yung ano.
yeah, I
yung,
think we covered
See what's in store for June.
Faint Light Dreams.
Faint light dreams.
By idioms and dispositions. So we did the cover of... Wow, what a small world. We covered...
Malamang workmates tayo nun eh.
Mangyayari talaga yun.
But yeah, that was my first gig as a bassist.
Ano yung mga other first gig stories nyo? I'm trying to remember. I cannot remember.
My first parang real gig with MC with the etiquettes was in Scarlet Jazz. What's the name of it?
Kitchen.
10:02.
Basta yun,
Scarlet Jazz
10:02.
Kitchen.
BGC ba yun?
Tapos-
No.
Sa ano?
Sa Tomas Morato area.
Sa Timog.
And yung cool thing about it is tumugtog dun yung She's Only 16.
Yes, I remember that gig.
Na lang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
That was interesting.
Scarlet Jazz Kitchen. Yeah. I think starting bass was like the scariest thing for me because in MC, it's kind of like you have to already know what you're playing. Diba? Hindi siya, I mean, admit it. Diba?
Wait, paano ko nga napadpad sa bass? Kasi nakilala kita na drummer. Like, ano yun, parang nag-decide ka lang ba, try ko to.
Hindi rin
Tas ito na.
Matagal ko nang gusto mag-bass. As in, grade school pa lang gusto ko na mag-bass. Kaso thing nga siya ng kapatid ko daw. So, hindi ko siya pwedeng gawin. So, okay, mag-drums.
Kaya yung isang rhythm section.
Oo, mag-drums na lang ako. Pero parang hindi talaga siya calling ko eh. As in, hindi ako parang,
Yeah, how did you feel about the drums?
it was
And
so hard.
what made the switch?
I don't know how. It was so hard. And I didn't have drums. And my parents would never buy me drums. And I don't know. I didn't like it as much, I guess. So when the opportunity came, like the etiquettes, thank you for letting me play. Yun, tinake ko na lang siya. Tapos, nagpaturo na ako kay Enzo for real. Sabi ko, game. Magana na ako. Bass na ako. Tapos, kinausap na kita, Howard. Tara, let's start a band. And then you were talking to Pappu to start a band.
Same time.
And then there, as in, I just used Flamingo as a vessel for learning.
Good.
And then sakto Billie had knew someone who was organizing a gig na in-invite ka and whoever band you had.
Yeah.
Parang ganon.
Tapos sabi ko, yes, I have a band. Tapos wala tayong
Pero
anything.
you never practiced.
Yeah. We just talked about having a band. And then we asked you if you had songs kasi the thing is we didn't want to cover or whatever, right? That's what we said.
Oo nga. Lakas na loob, no? Parang ayaw mag-cover.
Ayaw natin mag-cover. Parang, no, kasi I guess it
Cover
was...
tayo.
No, that gig in particular, no.
Tales of San Francisco.
I think that was in another gig after that.
Ibang gig yun.
But the first gig, the first gig, no, it was all original songs. Kasi
Yeah.
I think it was the gig with mga popular bands like Giniling Festival. So
Tama.
that's why we forced ourselves to play original music para hindi tayo mukhang beginner, I guess. I don't know.
Oo nga. Dahil nga big bands.
I think-
like Stone Free.
Yeah, so we were trying to To flex.
Tapos binayaran tayo nung gig na yun.
Yeah.
Pero hindi yun yung first official gig natin. We actually
Had another
Played.
secret first
up
gig
0.5 gig prior to that.
na
Oy,
dalawang tao.
guys, to
Amos
be
Bar
fair,
Cambias.
to be fair, lagari tayo on our first night as a band.
San ka pa, Pat?
Oo nga.
First gig ng band namin.
Lagari agad.
Lagari.
Actually,
Lagari na.
si Pat din, first gig with O Flamingo, lagari
Oo
agad.
nga,
eh.
no?
Lagari
Tatlo?
din.
Tatlo.
I think that was 3 gigs.
Yeah, 3
Yeah,
gigs.
three.
Tatlo.
So,
Sa Historia, saan ba yun?
Sa Cubao.
Sa Historia,
2020 ba isa?
sa Manhattan, tapos 2020 ba yun?
Or root or something.
Or Root.
Yeah, one of those.
Basta, tatlo agad.
We are a lagari.
So, mayabang tayo eh. Feeling ko yun yung mindset natin that time. na,
na mayabang.
na
tayo.
mayabang tayo, secretly. Hindi tayo yung parang, gling ko eh, yo.
Hindi, we just wanted to, reach.
But
Your maximum as a human.
I guess. But to be fair, it was in private. We were mayabang in private. Like we had
ambition.
in private. Na we really
Yeah.
listed down what we wanted to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Could you call that confident lang, mayabang in private, confident.
Yung pala yun.
Kaya yan. Oh, tutugtog tayong Wonderland. Kaya yan.
Yeah. Pero during the early stages of the band, nakikita na rin namin si Pat around
Yeah.
playing. So, wala din. Nag-converge lang din
It's just
ang aming paths.
it's mispaths.
Oh, naalala ko si Pat, tinatawag ako lagi na, Howard! Oy, Howard! Pag malayo.
Shit, sorry.
That was nice.
pero yeah, that's the story of O Flamingo's beginnings and Pat's first gig with O Flamingo. Oh, we've never asked Pat, how was your past 4 years with the band? 3 years with the band.
Oo nga.
Well, I didn't even know. Parang feeling ko lang internally, parang 2 years. Parang siya. I didn't know.
Late 2017.
4 years na ba?
Mga November 2017.
Like 3 years.
But three
I guess
pa.
won't really look at it so chronologically, but I don't know parang I don't really think about life that way na parang, oh, this year ginawa ko to. This year.
Right.
Parang,
Sa flux lang.
honestly, it's like, I think it's made me like a much better player kasi like I don't really play. I don't know, parang I felt like I had to get better to also be part of it because I think parts are so definite. Like when I'm kind of more used to just doing whatever I want.
Right.
But I mean, parang ganun din namang factor na I can do anything I want. Basta pasok siya dun sa cell.
Sa floor.
Or sa
Sa bar.
Right.
yeah.
So-
Basta, then, just like that, then all the stuff in here, like, bahala na. Parang ganun. So, I think it's nice. I mean, it definitely, not to sound old, but it definitely also makes me feel younger. And more fresh. It's like really, given me like parang new life and like really like a lot of inspiration also. Kasi like yung long-term band ko naman before in college, my friends from CSB, yung Wilderness, like I played percussion naman for Wilderness and just auxiliary percussion. So like it's nice to really be able to sit behind the drums, which is really my main thing, which a lot of people who maybe knew me through Wilderness didn't even know that I could play the drums or something. So it's nice because I don't know, I feel like if I had let's say like if I was part of the band from the beginning, maybe I wouldn't have that maturity yet and those ideas to really contribute as much. So feeling ko parang, not to be a like hippie dippy about it, but like everything like will just parang it also happened at the right time, ganyan. Then, but I think back then I felt I was like, what? This is weird. Like, Oflam can't find a drummer for a year. Like 1 year, di kayo makahanap ng drummer. I was like, dude, anyone would kill to like try to be part of this band. Like, why is no one making an effort? And then I was like,
Wow.
I'll just make the effort. And I was like,
It paid off. So,
Played 3 gigs on the first night.
Kinakonsider na namin magda-drums kami sa demos namin.
Hindi siya
And then,
nag-work.
Basta, di ba?
I found it
Tinry
really,
natin
really
yan.
odd. I found it really odd.
Actually,
that it's like,
same
1 year na.
sentiments ako doon sa pagpasok ni Pat. Yung timing of things at yung renewed energy of the band. Because when Pat joined us, parang it was at a very low point of the band. Coming off from a very high year. Like parang 2016
Sobra
was like
unexpectedly high.
for me it was like year of Flamingo yon 2016. And then come 2017 parang
Nothing.
ano nangyayari?
Sobrang what the
Parang
heck
hindi namin
happened?
alam anong gagawin namin. And we were essentially on the verge na yun of just calling it quits eh.
Nothing.
Parang
Calling it
tinatry
all.
na lang natin na sige, sulat tayo, whatever. Pero alam natin sa sarili natin na ang hirap. But we were just trying to get things, get things going kahit hirap talaga. And then, ayun, parang naalala ko nga, si Billie actually yung unang nagsabi na kunin na natin si Pat as drummer. Pero si Billie din yung unang parang apprehensive nung una na parang, nako, si Pat, maraming banda yan at very rockers. Parang ganun. Parang walang context. Hindi ka naman namin kilala or anything. Pero like,
Kasi parang
inisip
sobrang
nila
busy
yung impression
talaga ni Pat.
namin, daming banda, whatever. And yet, after, I think, siguro 2 or 3 gigs, one day na lagare and then a few gigs after, parang kay Billie na nanggaling yung go signal. And I guess as someone who's part of the rhythm section, it means a lot na pag nakuha nung approval, parang yung bassist komportable dun sa drummer, ang laking bagay na parang sumot tayo. Because we've been playing with a lot of sessionists and
We have
never yun
tried,
sinabi. Never yun nasabi ni Billie. So parang nagkaroon ako ng peace of mind.
To be fair,
Ano?
the drummers we got were really good.
Oh! Hands down.
Good.
Magagaling lahat ng sessionist natin. Sobra. Mag-hello ako sa kanila kay Mark, kay Nash, at kay Mark.
Jason.
At kay Jason. Like, hands down. Pero, yun, iba lang for me nung sinabi na ni Billie na kunin natin si Pat.
It's
Parang,
I think it was Pat who got that. We're very gridded, but very magulo grid. Gets ba?
May space for,
parang
playing.
it's
May structure pa rin siya in a
it
way.
sounds like we're not gridded, but we're actually
We're very, very strictly graded.
yeah. So pag may nawala lang na onte na, I understand that other drummers like to freestyle a certain way and ganyan.
Freestyle.
But freestyle? Mali ba yun?
Freestyle.
Improv? I don't know.
Nakuha ni Pat yung cues.
Yeah. That's what I...
Naturally.
Na parang...
Tapos parang
like,
gumanda pa siya eh.
Pat knew where to stick and where to break off. Parang ganon. Gets ba? Parang,
Yeah, I mean, yun naman yung sinasabi ng mga, alam mo yun, like, when you wanna become like a better musician, then nag-YouTube ka ng mga, what do the greats say? Mga ganon, diba? Like, they're like, you have to play, a great musician is going to play over the music and under the music, like stuff like that.
Play the pocket.
Yeah. they know when to stay true to the form or like let go. Like yung mga musician
You
quotes
serve the
na ganun.
song.
But yeah,
Yeah,
that's
serving
cool.
the song.
Cool to hear from Pappu that you value the
Yeah,
the
yeah.
rhythm
Yes,
ka bit.
Oh.
It's a difficult thing to find your
Yeah.
partner in that area.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, sometimes I have experience also playing with other basses, and then like I look at their fingers and they're like doing so many things, and then
Oh,
but I can't really feel it. Like I was like, what's happening? Like I see that they're moving, but then like parang I
Hindi
just
mo
can't.
magets yung rhythm
I
niya.
can't.
Yung
I can't get that like I don't know that pull, I guess,
Yeah.
or whatever.
yeah.
So
Good insight.
it's a vibe.
Yeah.
It's a vibe.
Vibe thing.
Yeah.
Vibe.
I think aside from yung stage chemistry and yung swak sa pag music tama yung term yung swackness of pag as musicians parang yung parang nagka second wind yung band dahil
Yeah,
kay Pat.
I definitely agree.
I'd say parang majority ng mga tao na nakakatrabaho natin ngayon ay nakilala natin dahil kay Pat din.
Yes.
So, yeah, cool.
Like we
It's just,
we know of these people.
I'm just older.
But like Pat links us to everybody.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yun yung nangyayari pag pag tambay ka sa gig, alam mo yun.
But that's a,
Sobrang hirap kami
Nakikilala
dati.
mo.
pero diba that's how it is naman as musicians eh. Like it's not just practicing
man.
your drums or
You
your
have
guitar.
to
and
work.
It's really you have to be
Yeah.
in the community. You have to make friends.
Yeah.
I
Essentially.
have to
And
make
not-
like real connections with others.
And not to network for like network's sake, because that would just make you plastic.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, I think, I don't know, maybe because social media, it has gotten so close knit, and everyone is like, you know, like, oh yeah, I saw you tweet that. Oh yeah, I know what you're thinking. Like, blah, blah. Like, it's easy to just connect there.
Yeah.
But then, maybe, because I guess I also grew up without social media, so parang nagkasanayan din namin ng barkada ko at the time, like, no, we really have to go to the gig, and we really have to meet these people, and
Yeah.
True.
like, that's where you'll meet them, like, syempre, inom kayo, gano'n, and then, wala, as in, dati parang, kunyari, like, kami ng wilderness guys, like, oh, na-meet natin yung pedicab, parang gano'n yung feeling,
Yes,
like,
yes.
sobrang,
That's true.
Yung wins.
yeah, like, oh my God, nag-hi sila sa atin. Parang ganun.
Same.
Parang ganun yung feeling. Like, but then we never really
Or parang kahit nanonood siya.
interact. Yeah.
Pag nanonood
we never
sila.
really interact
Like
with them.
sinisilip ka lang sa door.
Pag nanonood sila,
Yeah,
nanginginig na
mismo,
ako eh. Parang, oh my God, bakit siya nanonood sa akin?
Yeah.
Stop watching me.
Grabe, naalala ko yung isang gig sa Sagiho, tas sa 2 feet. Tapos di ba may mataas akong note, tapos nanonood si Mikey Amistoso of Ciudad. Tapos yun yung only time na pumuyok ako. I found Tapos nandun siya eh.
Pero yeah, hindi mo talaga matatanggal yung value of seeing each other in person, being
Yeah,
in
it's an
shows.
honor.
And I guess it's also different. It became a bit different when the music thing boomed. I guess it wasn't
Yeah.
us
Oh, yeah.
in one
But
bar
it's great
gathered.
though,
It's great.
to
It's
A
play.
great.
lot of it was
Yeah.
digital talaga.
No, I mean it's
eh.
great because everybody has gigs everywhere. But before music boomed again, parang all of us were in one gig
Yeah.
at the same time, diba?
Yeah.
Everyone is just in one show. Pero after that, parang
Yeah.
I remember that one of the last few gigs we had before COVID. It was One Click Straight's launch, I think, in Route 196.
Parang naka-day off lahat.
Yeah, that was so rare.
Ay, oo nga.
Parang after a few years, first time na nangyari na lahat ng tao nasa Route 196. As in Ben and Ben.
Oo nga.
Sino pa yung nandun, di ba? Parang
Spades.
Spades, people were there also.
Nandun.
Yeah.
Like, people you'd think have work on that day.
Yes.
Walang work that
Oo
day.
nga.
And I guess it's one of
The-
those days na parang I was thankful, parang like, oh my God, thanks COVID for bringing us together. And then biglang now, like, no!
No.
No.
Sobra naman.
Kaya sobrang hirap ngayon.
Sobra.
Nagsastruggle talaga lahat ng musicians ngayon figuring out how to do things. Which is why we're doing this
That's why we're doing this podcast. And I guess we can wrap it up. And I guess the next time we go on podcast, we can talk about how COVID changed everything. That's a nice segue from this thing. Na parang the last time we saw our friends was because of COVID. And when are we gonna see them next? Right. So, yeah.
If you guys have any suggestions or topics that you want us to talk about or even questions that you want to ask, feel free to comment below. And while you're at it, hit the bell button so that you get notified whenever we have new videos. This is gonna be a regular show every Wednesday.